Well, I went up to the Williamson County School Board and spoke with those folks. I wanted it on the record. They were thinking about getting an outside attorney to represent the school board. Why, I don't know. What issues they're having. I know they found themselves in some lawsuits, and it got really ugly around here during COVID-19 and the masking of these children. I was the one thrown out of that school board meeting, and of course I got to the hospital that next Saturday and was warned by my house supervisor that she had gotten a call from corporate. And that's just it. We've become a fascist corporate state, no different than Nazi Germany in a lot of regards. But when it comes to Rockefeller medicine and school boards and how the whole empire works, it all has an evolution, and it started with Rockefeller medicine. There's been books written about it, and synthetic medicines came about due to the carbon atom in chemistry, modern chemistry, and trademarks, and how all that works. Most medicine comes from nature, and the chemists are able to isolate the compounds and put a registered trademark on a pressed pill and call that medicine. And so all through that, of course, they've been developing these so-called vaccines and this mRNA technology, and it's just gotten out of hand. When the simple fact is, as a human being, what you need daily is clean water, nutrient-dense whole foods, sunlight, and exercise. And if you get those four things daily, you're off to the races. And very seldom will you ever need to go see a so-called medical doctor, and that's a fact. And it blows me away. I mean, I'm out driving for Uber. I'm a registered nurse and a board-certified case manager, 27 years of experience, and I refuse, as many of my colleagues do, to work in the industry at this point and juncture in time, basically because a bunch of, frat boys, what we call suits, these men in ties that run around and milk the entire healthcare system for what it is, and then to create viruses and vaccines on top of that, and plain out murder grandma, and nobody be held responsible, and you want me to work in that? Are you kidding me? I mean, how do you do that? How do you rectify that? I don't know how you rectify it. I had a young man in my car just the other day who was thinking about going to nursing school. I advised him against it. I was like, dude, if I had to do it over again, I would have done engineering or something like that. And that's the problem. I say that's the problem. They discount nurses, okay, because they're women. And these hospitals and these corporations, basically, it is a pink-collar profession. But believe it or not, one of the first pharmacists in America was actually a nun in New Orleans. And the Ursuline nuns basically ran hospitals and had herbal gardens for medicine before Rockefeller and his frat boys created anything known as a medical doctor or a pill doctor. And that's fact. That's history. So it blows my mind that people don't know history. But yeah, the Rockefellers got their tentacles in everything because basically, they help print the money through the gasoline and the petrodollar, and it's a big old cartel racket, that's for sure. And they pick politicians and put them on school boards and whatnot, and their whole agenda is basically your culture and life and the media. So you have to pay attention. I think it was Ralph Nader years ago says, you better turn on to politics or politics will turn on you, and that's a fact. So stay tuned and read multiple sources, not just the nightly news brought to you by Pfizer, for sure. I did ask a pertinent question, if the taxpayers are going to pay for a law firm for our school board, can we at least find out why Dr. Fauci got a pardon, needed a pardon, and pled the fifth 111 times in front of a Senate hearing committee, especially in light of the fact that Williamson County School Boards was center in all of that, with the masking of the children, with Josh Pfizer Brown heading up the board, yada, yada, yada. So I'm still blown away. I just wanted it on record. It's on record. Of course, my friend Joy, she says that they'll use the Wayback Machine somehow and take it down, and they've done that before. Because they'll scrub the internet of truth. That's a fact. I've seen stuff scrubbed over the years. And those that don't know history are bound to repeat it. So we keep repeating history as far as Dr. Mengele and the Nazis, and now the Zionists have become the Nazis. And I remind everybody, Benjamin Netanyahu, okay, he's on record as saying that he made Israel Pfizer's laboratory. So you go figure on that one, huh? So stay safe, stay healthy, never give up your guns. Water, sunlight, nutrients, exercise daily. That's the key to all of this. Love your neighbor. If you treat the world with respect, I promise you the world will respect you back. Peace and love. Oil and automobiles, obviously, because of gasoline. But it was through the carbon atom and oil, petrochemical, that synthetic pharmaceuticals came to play. But that doesn't discount the fact that parents ultimately should have the right to be educated on all matters, as well as what's best for their children.